Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
I want to let it be known, and I'll let it be known the night of and every time I talk. I am honored and blessed and lucky as hell to be associated with Ryan Mallett in any way that I possibly can be. I am honored and blessed, and I wouldn't have it any other way, man. He turned out to be a really good friend of mine. I've got some good Ryan Mallett stories that just, I think the good Lord made happen, and so I just want to make it loud and clear that I am more than excited to take this journey and then make this step with 015, man. It's special.
Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night, love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
Driving my son to school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's turn on the Chuck and Bo show."
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
I got to admit, when I read the news yesterday about this patch, this Darren McFadden patch that a couple of guys on the football team are going to wear this year, I didn't really understand it. So I had to go back and reread it. My initial thought was, well, everybody's wearing the patch. That's what I thought when I came in this morning. And then Bart and Edward corrected me. It's just going to be the guys wearing number 5. But the Darren McFadden patch.
Big announcement yesterday.
Yeah, it was.
They surprised him, and they made an announcement that they're going to honor him from now in perpetuity and his legacy
From now on.
at Arkansas.
Wow, I didn't know that part
Yeah,
either.
it's my understanding that this is not a one-year thing.
Yeah.
From now on, the jersey number 5 will not be retired. They still want to keep the number in rotation.
Right.
But anyone who wears it will also have a patch on their jersey honoring Darren McFadden with his initials. And what was quite cool to me is there is an Air Jordan-like symbol, a Jerry West NBA-like symbol,
Logo.
which is his own, basically this look of him running, sort of a logo, and it honors D-Mac in his career. Also, I'm particularly excited, if I could indulge, you would indulge me just for a moment, that it's his initials, DM, which is also mine, Dwight Mattingly.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't put those
So,
two together, but I'm glad
with
you
the
did.
grandkid coming in August, that's what I'm going to tell young Ryder from day one. That back when I was Dwight Mattingly, I was great. And I'm being honored on the number 5 jersey. But in all seriousness,
Maybe we should put a patch of you on like all his baby clothes.
Listen, I've already got thoughts today on the Chuck Barrett patch.
Okay.
And
all
it's going to
right,
go to
good.
young broadcasters all over the state.
Yeah.
And then we're going to move into tattoos so you can just look at it.
God.
Maybe just inside your arm or right there where you can just kind of look down. What would Chuck do right here?
Yeah.
How would he
Yeah.
call this third down?
Yeah, let me flex so
What
I
would-
can get a
yeah,
better look
yeah.
at that
We're gonna-
tattoo
it's what would Chuck do? It's the Chuck Barrett broadcasting, young broadcasters, aspiring broadcasters tattoo.
Yeah, that would be good.
The patch.
Yeah, the
But this
patch.
is this is a thing that every year, if you wear the number 5, you also wear that
I
patch.
got you. Okay.
And so I think it brings honor to D-Mac. It brings a special thing to the jersey. Now, it's also brought a lot of controversy. Or people, I don't even know if
Why
it's
is
controversy.
everything controversial?
Because that's the world we have. We and by the way, we live in an opinion business. Right
I
here doing the
understand.
show.
I understand.
But,
Oh, yes.
and you know, fans have opinions, but it is like anytime it seems like anytime anything gets announced, there's something to complain about it. And I think one of the issues with this is it's so unusual.
First time I've heard of it.
Never heard of this before.
Yeah.
This is unique, and it's just like retire the jersey, hang the jersey. Now, they're going to hang either his jersey or the patch. I think it's his jersey in the stadium, and they'll have a ceremony during the Texas A&M game. Do we have the? Okay, let's listen to this audio. This is part. So what happened is on the Razorback Daily, the University of Arkansas Daily podcast that Z and Quinn do.
Mm-hmm.
They had D-Mac on, and they surprised him. So they're sitting there in a 3-box. You know, it's Z and Q and two different boxes, and then there's DMAC, and then they bring in a fourth box into the like Zoom or this, and it's Pittman and Yurichek sitting next to each other in Pittman's office. And so they make this announcement to DMAC what they're going to do, and then this is what happened a little later in the interview.
And I'm so proud and happy for you because I can feel through this video, I can feel what it means to you.
I'm not one of those people to get choked up, man, but I just want to tell you, I appreciate it, man. It really means a lot to me, man. I definitely appreciate it. Guys, you pulled one on me that time, man. I don't know what the surprise was, man, but I'm honored, man. Thank you guys very much, man. Appreciate it.
I don't know how much of the emotion you can hear, but he's got tears in his eyes.
Well, the one thing
and
about
it means a lot to him.
Yeah, the one thing about Darren that I think we all know is that, I mean, he loves Arkansas. He loves the Razorbacks, and he's proud to have been a Razorback. And people, that's part of the reason they love him. I mean, there are many other reasons too, but Darren is the most popular player that we've ever had, at least in my lifetime. And he is one that, when you talk about the greats, his name's going to come up, and he's generally recognized as the greatest, unless you've got an old timer in the group that says, "I remember this guy or that guy." So, I mean, if you're going to honor someone like that, he's the obvious one to honor, and they just got to go find a couple more like him. I mean, that would be good.
We reached out to Houston Nutt for comment, and he delivered this.
Y'all better put him in the Heisman.
Yeah. That's it right there.
That was it right there.
You better look at him a little closer. He's a football player.
Gosh, those are fun days now.
We need the whole speech in here.
I mean, those are fun days.
Yeah.
But it's
we need the whole Houston Nutt speech on DMAC.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can do this today. Why not? We'll have some fun with this. DMAC memories. Your memories. Some of your favorite Darren McFadden moments. And to me, that scene, I'll call it a scene, in Baton Rouge, triple overtime. We'll pull that whole speech here in a minute. And watching that all unfold and then him walk out there with the bat, is that not one of the most iconic moments in Razorback history?
It's certainly one I'll remember.
Just one of the most
forever.
memorable.
That whole night, the whole thing. I'll remember more than I remember all the others, I think. That was just because there was a finality to it, and everybody knew it.
With Houston.
Yeah.
That's maybe you forget about that part.
That was the backdrop to all this, was everybody knew going into that game this was it. And, there were people, and I was one of them, frankly, who wanted to believe that this wasn't going to happen, but I knew it was. And to win the game in that fashion, I mean, they beat the team that won the national championship in triple overtime. We've not been in that spot to win that game, in a while. And so that was it was a great win. It was a great night. But there was that air of finality to it, which made it even more special, and I think probably led to a lot of the emotion that we saw after the game.
Should have won the Heisman. Went twice. Finished runner-up both times.
Yeah.
Won the Doak Walker Award both times. And Darren McFadden was like throwing the football. I mean, remember him throwing the football?
Oh, well, the South Carolina game.
The 321.
That was the game where he just did everything. And, we talk about, sometimes in football that, you want your best player touching the ball every time. Well, unless he's the quarterback, sometimes that's hard to do. That team was at their best when McFadden was in the Wildcat or the Wild Hog, when he was touching the ball every time it was snapped. Players like that are so good, you can't waste them, and they didn't. And it was, we won't see the likes of that again.
No, it was an awesome time. I mean, and he was. They used him in the right way, and they got the most out of what they could, which I give all those coaches credit for being able to figure that out and do that.
Hey, man.
That was awesome to watch.
I mean, if he could have done it playing both ways, have him returning kickoffs, have him doing everything.
People were recruiting him as a safety.
Yeah, I remember that debate.
You know,
I remember
should
that
Darren
debate.
McFadden play safety?
And I knew a
would have
lot
been
of
also
people.
win.
There were a lot of people. I say a lot of people. There were some people that I know that I respect their opinion. Coaches who said he's a safety. He'd be a better safety. And, of course, the first time you saw him carry the ball down there in Georgia, you know, when he was a freshman, and Larry Munson said, we got to get us one of those guys. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, from that point on, you knew that he was you knew we weren't going to see one like him again.
877-377-6963. If you want to text a memory or thought, or you can call in. But celebrating D-Mac today, and his jersey will have a patch that accompanies it from now on. So anybody wearing number 5 on defense or offense will have that patch on their jersey. And what will happen for the significance of this, Chuck, is I don't know about every time, but probably about every time there's a television crew broadcasting the game, which is about every game, there'll be a comment made at some point in the game about this jersey.
The two guys that wear number 5 are Cam Ball on the defensive line, and there's a freshman wide receiver named Jacaden Ferguson. Now, I'm going to guess that Jacaden had already been issued number 5 before this idea was hatched. I may be wrong about that, but that's my guess. So I suspect that you're right, that moving forward, it's going to be somebody that gets talked about a good bit. Now, Cam Ball is going to be talked about a lot this year. And, you know, now that all these defensive linemen want to wear these single-digit numbers, you know, he's had number 5, I guess, since he's been here. So he'll get talked about a lot, and the patch will get brought up, I'm sure.
Well, it's July 30th, so we're not to August 1st yet. We got how many Saturdays till football? We got 3 vacant Saturdays. Is that what we have? And then on the 4th Saturday from now.
We've got 3 vacant Saturdays.
3 vacant Saturdays
left. Saturday
left.
There will be football.
How will you spend your next 3 Saturdays?
Well, waiting
because
on
after
the
that,
4th.
we know what will happen.
Yeah.
So you got, well, let's look at it from a positive perspective. You know, if you're going to get the garage cleaned out, you got 3 Saturdays left. If you want to do something special, you know, like a weekend, a trip, a golf outing, whatever it is, you got 3 Saturdays
You better
left.
get it in.
If you got, listen, if you're married, and let me help you here. And I can't really, I'm not much help, but I'll try. Get ahead of this. You got 3 weeks to get ahead of this with your honeydews, with your list, with the stuff you got to get done.
Right.
You got to get ahead of this now, because you don't want to get to that 4th Saturday and it's not done. And then you got to try to jam that in. You're going to be wanting to watch College Game Day for the first Saturday morning.
Well, you've
gotta
actually
have
got
this
pro
stuff
football
finished.
starting tomorrow night.
Well, that's not, you know.
I mean,
that's not.
if
That's
you can get
okay.
away with it.
That's
If you can get
okay.
away with it.
But you're not. It's not ruining your day.
No, you're right.
If your wife's asking you to, you know, bring all the pool deck chairs in.
You're right. You're right.
You know,
I understand.
on that Thursday.
I understand.
Actually,
The
you know,
pool
you guys
deck
want to.
chairs.
You guys want to. Well, I'm sorry, we all
Marriage
speak from
tips.
experience.
Yeah.
Do you want to? Do you do you guys want to get together and watch the game Thursday night? Want to do that?
I'm in.
Chuck, can we come to your house?
Yeah, sure. I'm not sure I'm going to be there. But yeah.
Can we have the garage door code?
Yeah.
616 honoring D-Mac with the patch today. That was the big news yesterday. Just part of what we'll get into on, what is today, Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Oh, it's Wednesday.
30th of
Oh, it's
July.
Wednesday. Your favorite day of the week.
Yeah.
Good morning. Good morning. If you need an emergency contact, just write the Chuck and Bo Show. We'll be your emergency contact.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
It's going to be a tough slog from now till the end of time.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
No idea how a McMuffin could bring a man back to life. Because I'm just going to tell you, I wolfed mine down moments ago, and I feel like $1 million.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I know a lot of people are talking about in relation to the McFadden patch, but they ought to just go ahead and retire his number. We've gotten text, and anytime this comes up, people talk about should we or why haven't we retired Darren McFadden's number. If there was ever a player worthy of having his number retired, it's certainly Darren McFadden. But here's the thing, and it's first off, I mean, this is one of those issues sometimes, you feel like you could argue either side. Both sides make great points on this. But you got to remember, for the longest time, Clyde Scott had his number 12 retired until we really needed Steve Little. I mean, we really needed Steve Little out of Shawnee Mission, Kansas. He wanted number 12. He wore number 12. So they get permission from Clyde Scott to unretire the number 12, and Steve Little comes along. What's going to happen? Let's say we retire number 5, all right? What's going to happen when the next great running back, whoever he is.
Barry Sanders.
Well, whoever. comes out of Little Rock, and
he's just making up a name that everybody knows.
He wears number 5 because Darren McFadden wore number 5. And he's the most sought-after recruit out there. We got to have him. So you unretire it? What if McFadden says no? I mean, what if a player says I'd rather not have this guy wear my number? But on the other hand, I'll say again, if there was ever a player that was worthy of having his number retired, it's McFadden. But I don't know. This is certainly a way to honor it, and but I can understand why they don't want to retire specific numbers. I can understand it.
We're celebrating DMAC today, and we're remembering moments. And if people want to gripe about the jersey not being retired, totally fine. But I'm going to personally probably spend most of my morning focusing on DMAC and the honor, because it is an honor. Okay, maybe it's not enough for some people, but it sure seems like an awful lot to him based on his emotional reaction to the news yesterday. And my favorite DMAC moment, there were so many, but my favorite memory is the one with Houston after the LSU game.
What an effort. Y'all better put him in the Heisman. You better put him up there. I'm tired of him being...
Hold on. I don't know in all the times if I've listened to this that I hear him, the way he starts.
Yeah.
Listen to the very beginning.
What an effort. Y'all better put him in the Heisman. You better put him up there. I'm tired of him being number 4.
We got that wood right here, baby.
Somebody better look at this guy. He's the best football player in the country, and his name's not being mentioned. Lou Holtz, Mark May, number 5. You better look at him a little closer. He's a football player.
Got that wood right here.
Darren, did you win this one for your coach?
It was just a great feeling to come out here playing the number 1 team in the nation. And you know, our coach, he's been through some ups and downs this whole season, and it's just a great feeling to win for him. I got that wood, and that's how you pronounce it. Ain't Arkansas, it's Arkansas, baby.
I'd forgotten about that part. That was just such mayhem after the game. I mean,
adrenaline, you could hear it.
It was just overflowing right there.
It was absolutely epic. That was
three.
awesome.
That was
what
3
a scene.
overtimes. It was. That's the fastest I've ever seen a stadium empty. That's that large. Tiger Stadium was packed, baby, and it was loud.
I've talked about it, going back up through the stands and the Crown
emptied.
Royal bottles and the Chick-fil-A wrappers.
There's a lot of Evan Williams bottles there too, and they were that place emptied out, and I can remember after we got done with all the post-game stuff, walking across the field over to where you go out in the tunnel and get to the buses, and looking around, looking up. And Tiger Stadium's one of those places, even empty, it's kind of intimidating from down there on the field. But looking up and knowing that, 30 minutes earlier, there were 90,000 LSU fans in here who thought they were going to win. And, it was snatched away from them. And that was fun.
McFadden. Say goodbye. Darren McFadden, 80 yards, touchdown.
That was a year earlier in Little Rock.
DMAC would get that step where you could tell that he'd separated from everybody on the field. I mean, there was that one step that he always, you could tell that was the part of the play that broke it.
This conference, Mark.
The give is once some more. McFadden.
See ya.
DMAC.
Hold on, Matt Ryan.
DMAC not looking back. Touchdown.
How about that Heisman, Mark Jones?
How do you like
wide open again. Did that take how long?
It was an 80-yard run. I'll guess about 8 seconds.
Wow.
He's so much better
South
than
Carolina.
Tebow. So much better than Tebow.
Yeah.
Somebody get him a plane ticket for New York City and the Downtown Athletic Club.
I'll tell you what, they had some angles on him, Mark, and he just flat ran.
Shout out Bob
Career
Davey.
high run for Darren
Bob
McFadden.
Davey.
80 yards.
Let's just watch it. Right here, they have some angles on him.
They still haven't touched him at this point, and they won't.
Wow.
Untouched. Getting his flex on, and why not?
And how about the stamina? He's not even breathing hard now. And look at Corey Boyd.
watching it on the big screen.
He's just saying that ain't right.
That was the 321 game, 321 yards.
You remember it was 323,
Yeah.
I think, and then
Yeah, they
went
came back
and
and changed
adjusted
it a couple days later.
Took a couple away.
So now it's tied. Is it tied for a record?
I think that's right.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
I think maybe that's why they did it. They had to make sure because it was a record-setting SEC record-setting performance, and so now he's tied. Whatever. That was such a wild game. And then there was the Tennessee game when Game Day was here.
Oh, yeah.
And he ran all over Tennessee.
I'm getting mad again that he didn't win the Heisman.
I know.
I mean, how did he not win the Heisman? I mean, how did he not win the Heisman?
You know, and guys that do what he did, like passing,
I mean,
a
it's
running
crazy.
back throwing touchdowns,
The
multiple touchdowns.
Like if you want to debate like Tim Tebow, that's
Kick
fine.
returns.
That's a gimmick system play, whatever. With all due respect.
Well,
but like Troy Smith winning the Heisman over Darren McFadden is inexcusable. Yeah. Completely inexcusable.
Tim Tebow won the Heisman because he circumcised kids in Africa on a mission trip.
That's
and
because
ESPN,
he cried after that loss and said it'll never happen again and all that.
And ESPN told that story all year.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I mean, I'm serious.
That's right. No, Tim Tebow is in no way, shape, or form, or was in no way, shape, or form a better football player than Darren
I'm not
McFadden.
anti-Tim Tebow, but he was just
No,
not
no,
on the
it's just
same
a- it's just a
planet
fact.
as
It's just a
McFadden.
fact.
Well, you can't. I mean,
It's just a
listen,
fact.
we can argue about it, but you can't say that it was a criminally injustice that Tebow won the Heisman. I mean,
I didn't say that. I said
no,
McFadden was
I'm
better.
not suggesting anybody here said that. My point is like that guy had an amazing year that you will never see again also. But what McFadden did on the football field was better. And Tebow's story is what won the Heisman for him.
ESPN won that Heisman.
Well, that's the only broadcast of, sporting sports stories and feature storytelling, nationally that we have. And when they get on a train, and by the way, people that vote for the Heisman, I mean, so many of them should not be voting for the Heisman.
You're correct.
I mean, there's so many voters
Most of them should not be.
that they don't even know that a football is not round. I mean, I'm serious.
Yeah.
If you know what they should do? They should put every one of those Heisman voters out there for the Dr. Pepper football toss. And if you can't make one, you're out.
You have to throw overhand.
You got to make 1 out of
that's
10,
right.
and you got to throw overhand.
Yeah.
Don't
right.
get me started on that.
Darn right.
You got to throw it overhand. The chest pass has no business in football unless you're Patrick Mahomes. And you're being chased by a 320-pound defensive lineman.
I agree. It should not be the first option.
You can't be standing there.
Can you imagine an NFL
unimpeded.
quarterback taking the snap in shotgun and throwing chest pass?
This is not the shovel pass.
I agree with you. I agree
And
with
honestly, I got to call Dr. Pepper on this. That's embarrassing.
you. I agree with you.
I haven't had a Dr. Pepper since they started that. Since they started allowing that.
Boycott Dr. Pepper.
I'm not going to have another one until they change the rule.
Larry Culpepper on line one.
That's right.
Come on, man. That's a mockery. It's an absolute mockery.
I agree.
You can't say it's a football toss and have people out there chest throwing, chest pass. Golly. Steph Curry might as well be out there coaching them. You get a basketball player, the honorary coach.
Coca-Cola wouldn't do that.
I was not.
They'd make him throw overhand.
Hey, I'll tell you who else wouldn't do it. Flight by Yingling wouldn't allow that.
No, it'd make you throw
When
overhand.
Bart goes to do this break 100 or break 90 or whatever we're going to set up, where he travels all over Arkansas trying to break a score, presented by Flight by Yingling, there's not going to be any mulligans.
Break 95.
He's going to have to hit driver sometimes. He's going to play actual golf.
I agree. Yeah. It's not putt-putt.
You're not going to go out there with a 7-iron and just knock it around and,
No.
you got to go
No,
for
we
it.
don't do that.
Anyhow.
No laying up.
Well, that's what we think's wrong with the world. How about you? 877.
I was not expecting
That
that
is
today,
why
but
the world's going to hell in a
I'm
handbasket
fired
right
up
there.
now. I'm ready to go.
Come on. It's the Chuck and Bo Show. Flight by Yingling, by the way, 95 calories. Tastes like a Yingling, but it's a refreshing light beer. It's the next generation of light beer. Beard at America's oldest brewery. Beard. Beering. Try it.
We're going to beer some beer.
Raise the bar. It's Flight by Yingling.
Hey, I'm sorry if this makes too much sense. I am more than happy to hear where I'm off on this.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
All right, guys, you hear us talk about the Sweatin' 'em Edge on the Chuck and Bo Show. You've got your summer lineup set, but what about your skincare? Sun, sweat, and all that time outside takes a toll. Hit up the spa at Sweatin' 'em Cosmetic Surgery for a facial or sun damage repair. It's not just for the ladies, guys. Call 479-966-4174. Again, that's 479-966-4174 and get your skin in the game.
Summer storms and heavy rains can sneak up fast, so make sure your gutters are ready to handle it all. Hog Trough Gutters, locally owned and operated with 30 years of experience, installs seamless gutters made on site to protect your home. They're fully licensed and insured. Every job is hydro-tested, and each one comes with a 20-year warranty. Proudly serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. And if you're outside those areas, just give them a call or a text. Schedule your free inspection today at hoggutters.com.
You want to talk about washed? You're being brainwashed by idiots. You're following idiots.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
like it's kind of my duty to keep Chuck moving. And so I'm just saying, I think one more experience this summer.
I might have one. I might have one left in me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
McFadden will get the directs now. Fakes it, keeps it, comes left. Watch out! He's gone! I think. Gets a great block and goes 73 yards.
That was Casey Dick with the block.
I remember
Shout
that
out
play.
to Casey Dick.
I remember that play. I do. He had the touchdown block at the end
Darren
of the
pointing behind him.
Yeah. Now that's a team, man. That's a team right there. Like the fact that he's pointing back to him and all that.
And it's the
those
quarterback.
guys played together. Yeah.
He's pointing back to the quarterback.
Well, he lined up at wide receiver. Trivia question. How many times did Casey Dick line up at wide receiver? A lot. During Darren McFadden's career.
It was, that was a time when, and McFadden was a player. He wasn't the only one on that team. Felix was this way too. Peyton Hillis to a great extent. But with McFadden, you knew every time he touched the ball, something big was about to happen. Even if he was trying to get to the edge and they strung the play out and they tackled him for a 2-yard loss, it was still an exciting play. Yeah. And
there was a tension in the crowd,
Yes, yes. And he was one of those guys that, you hear that cliche, you better not go get popcorn because you're going to miss something. And that's kind of the way it was with D-Mac.
Boy, he was so tough.
He was.
He wasn't just fast.
Well, D-Mac was
so
a tough kid. He was a tough kid.
He'd run you over.
And
didn't look like that, but man.
Well, we were talking about him being a safety a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have trucked a guy or two.
Jeez, man. Can you imagine a career of D-Mac hitting people?
Well, just
with
the
a
way
full
he
head of
would.
steam,
You
and
talk
the way
about,
they could play back then.
Yeah, full head of steam's the phrase right there. I mean, with the speed that we saw on the other side of the ball, can you imagine that coming at you
there would have been some
at that
careers that
speed?
ended.
Oh, my goodness. It's a shame he couldn't play both ways.
Thank God he didn't play safety. But the memories, man.
Atwater was like that when he was in college.
Yeah.
Atwater was big.
Kenoy Kennedy.
Yeah. Hamlin
Kenny
was.
Hamlin.
Hamlin was. And those were, of course, those were
Great
guys that played in the
Razorback
NFL.
moments.
I know.
Great Razorback players. Let's talk about it.
I mean, it's that was a controversial era. I mean, we argued about everything during that era, the Houston Nutt era. But when we talk about great moments and great players and guys that, man, we need some more players like that. A lot of them are from that era. I mean, they really are. And so for a lot of people, it is kind of a double-edged sword because it was a tumultuous time. I mean, it was. But there were also some great football memories during that era too.
877-377-6963. What's on the text line? I know you've been reading some of them. What do we got here? We got Bart. We got Bart text immediately about breaking 100 places.
Yeah, this golf thing's just not going to go away.
No, well, it needs to happen. By the way, I talked to someone yesterday that told me that they were dangerously close to making this Oakmont thing happen, unbeknownst to us.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then, like us, they got distracted and we lost steam.
Okay.
But if I had known that was happening, like somebody was actively working on this that we know, it would have happened.
Well,
And
it
it's just a
sounds like
lesson.
it's not completely out of the question.
It's not, but it's a lesson to all of us that you got to stay with it.
Yeah.
You got to finish it off. A lot of talk. And a lot of talking here.
A little more talk and a lot more action.
little less talk.
A little less talk. I'm sorry. I got my country lyrics mixed up. That's what I get for trying to quote country music.
I was about to say, Chuck went out of his element there.
It brought a smile to my face.
I got out of my comfort zone.
It brought a smile to my face, Chuck. I enjoy listening to you.
My country music malaprops.
Yes. Country lyrics. Now, backup plan, you're going to get used to that one. Bailey Zimmerman and Luke Combs with the theme song for ABC College Football.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, we played it the other day.
I wasn't paying attention. Was I here that day?
Country music
Yeah,
came
was
on,
I here
and,
that
and
day?
Chuck
And we're
was
gonna
just
bring.
like,
You got to get to
nope,
like
I'm
the
out.
course, and we're bring that back.
What's the name of it?
Backup plan? Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like a bad name for a college football anthem.
Oh, it's all. If you listen to the lyrics, it's awesome. See, this is the thing. Everybody just gripes right out of the chute. They
I'm
don't
not
give
griping
anything a
about
chance.
it. I'm not griping about it.
You don't get
I didn't even
like,
know.
Everybody's just like, that
I didn't even
sounds
know.
like a horrible song for. The point is, there is no backup plan except to get back up and keep going. Do you feel better about it now?
Have you found it, Edward?
Maybe.
There you go.
I'll wait to change the channel until the ball's kicked off.
That's about as much as we can probably.
I might
play
miss
right
that
there.
part. I'm kind of like
What happened? What happened to having a good old theme, like an instrumental theme to your broadcast? What happened? I know the NBA on NBC is coming back. They're bringing back Round Ball Rock. They're bringing back the theme. Like that's what we need.
The old CBS
I don't need that.
sports theme.
I don't need whatever that was.
Are the kids up yet?
Bo's rolling his eyes.
Are they?
I don't know.
What do you want to just start calling today? Bitch about it Wednesday?
That's what I want right there.
There we go.
Things change. Things evolve.
Some things don't have to change.
I agree with Bart.
We don't need a country music song as the theme music for college football broadcasts.
I agree with that.
I do. I agree with that.
I do too. I do too.
Go Bart.
I'm not
I've got a lot of things to say today.
necessarily disagreeing. I'm saying it doesn't mean we got to gripe about it. Like, it's not a big deal. It's not changing your viewing experience. Bart, you sound.
It's not a big deal to me. I'm just not gonna. I'm not gonna pay attention to it.
If you're this way at this age, what are you gonna be like when you're Chuck's age?
Come on, man.
It'll be unbearable.
Come on, man.
There's not gonna be. You're gonna be sitting outside of that assisted living place, and nobody's gonna want to talk to you.
Let me tell you what's wrong. Let me tell you what's wrong with this place.
Come on.
Hey, listen to that. Isn't that great? Don't let anybody clip your wings, Bart. Dream big.
I don't enjoy that.
I agree with you, Bart. Just for the record, I stand with Bart.
as well.
I stand with Bart.
I also just don't enjoy listening to that.
It's not a very good song. Is the problem?
Yes, it is. It's awesome. Yeah.
Awesome's a strong word.
Well, are you going to
And
find
an overused word.
Are you going to find a song that everybody loves?
I mean, I'm sure I can.
The thing about music is it grows on you.
Not all music.
I like
Not
the
all
catchy
music, but
tunes.
you got to give it a chance. And, like the idea, if you haven't even really listened to it more than once, you're like, I don't like that. This is terrible. Listen, just remind me to not allow you to go speak at elementary schools and tell kids to dream big. There's a lot of dream big and get back up and good lyrics in that song.
Where's Matt Foley?
Yeah.
Who sings that song again?
Golly.
Who's that? Luke Combs?
I like Luke
I'm
Combs.
telling you, Bleeping with Bart is
I
a
think
new
it's
segment.
technically a Bailey Zimmerman song.
Really? Okay.
Who I've never heard of before this.
We got to
I
come
like
up with
Luke Combs.
a better
Like,
way
I
to
don't-
say it. But I mean, you in this, like, we're going to have to name Wednesdays like Beefing with Bart. I mean, like, what else do you want to complain about?
You played something, and I expressed my dislike for it.
And he followed it up with, I got a lot of thoughts.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want?
Play that NBC thing again. Get Bart excited. This is what Bart drives down the road listening to.
Well, that's not true.
Yes, it is.
No, that's
Bart listens
I've
to you want
never-
the CBS
I've
theme?
never-
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it right
The
there.
reason you like that is because
Banging
you
his
see
head.
Michael Jordan and you see Charles Barkley
Ahmad
and you see
Rashad.
Larry Bird. And I do too.
Yeah.
But they ain't walking through that door. 6:47. Good morning. Sorry, Edward.
You can tell I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Why deal with the stress of commercial travel when you can fly on your schedule with Jet Aircraft? No TSA lines, no baggage claim, no waiting around. Just you and your crew flying in comfort and style. Whether it's a weekend getaway, a golf trip, or planning your football travel for the fall, Jet makes it easy. Seats up to 9 with a full bar, custom catering, and plenty of space. Visit Jet NWA for pricing and more. That's Jet with 2 T's. Hey, if you've been thinking about a new ride, now's the time to make it happen. That's because Chevy of Fayetteville is kicking off their summer drive deals with some of the best offers you'll get all year. Trailblazers starting at $23,000, Colorados from only $30,000, the new Equinox EVs from just $30,000. No matter what you're looking for, these deals are real and they won't last long. So don't wait. Head over to Chevy of Fayetteville today. Together, let's drive.
If you haven't tried a flight by Yuengling, you're missing out on the great taste of Yuengling that is a light beer. It's the next generation of light beer. Get it on draft, in the can, the new skinny cans, and now the new 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle. Perfect for any occasion. It's just 95 calories, and you're still enjoying a Yuengling. Take your beer game to new heights with Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
We never thought much about power outages until we had one during the worst possible time. As a busy mom, there are plenty of challenges in a day. But with Paschal, power outages don't have to be one of them. A whole home generator installed by the pros at Paschal gave me back my peace of mind. The process was easy and understandable. Now, I don't have to worry about losing power when storms arrive. Get a free estimate today and keep the power on with a whole home generator from Paschal. Professional people, professional service. Paschal Air, Plumbing, and Electric.
Some moments just call for something unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you don't just buy a diamond. You create an unforgettable experience. Their newly remodeled space is stunning with Cafe B right inside and their in-house diamond expert that'll help you find the perfect piece every time. That's just part of the Blakeman's experience. When you see the purple bag, you know it's something special. It always saves the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Does the show feel like it's always a friendly environment? I was going to say, just
I
like
guess it depends on which side of the fence you're on.
It's friendly. Sometimes you get yelled at, but I mean, it's still friendly.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
goals is to take Chuck out and make him uncomfortable in public settings.
You're
Just get
assuming
him
you have it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oh, Chevy of Fayetteville Situation
I
Room.
love it.
Bart thinks we've lost our way. and specifically college football.
You are awfully young to be this cynical.
But I think it goes well beyond that.
Somebody's got to set a new standard, Chuck.
I guess so. Youngest cynic ever, Bart Pullman.
The next 2 hours will be a double click on we have lost our way.
That's right.
It's a drop down menu, and we're going to hit it one
All
at a time.
the ways we've lost
Yeah,
our way.
yes. Yes, it's like www.we'velostarway.com.
Oh, boy.
And then we go up top there, and there's the menu, and here we go. Where do you want to start?
Well, I mean, college football themes. What are we doing here? Theme music. What are we doing? We don't need a country music or any anthem for college football.
We don't need no state
We just
anthem.
need ESPN's college football theme. It's plenty good.
That's fine.
It's plenty good.
That's.
I agree.
That's not even that good. Give me the CBS one if you want to get me excited. The CBS one's fine.
The CBS one.
The CBS one is.
But both those, you know, it's a college football Saturday.
Why? How did that
Because
happen?
that's when those songs play.
Right. And then you guys play them for a while, and we'll all know when that Luke Combs and Bailey Zimmerman song comes on. You'll know then.
But you're not going to play the Luke Combs and Bailey Zimmerman song forever. How long's that song been around? That instrumental been around right there?
As long
years
as I can
and
remember.
years. The point is, you get tired. Styles of music change.
Yeah.
And
Themes remain.
ESPN went country when they got the SEC deal. They did. It's just true. They went country. They went from woke to country. Just like that. All it took was the SEC football deal, and everything changed.
I don't know. I think they're trying to play both sides. I think they got one foot on both sides of
I'm
that.
telling you, that's what happened.
I think they're confused.
Clearly.
I think there's some confusion.
Maybe.
That's what's wrong. That's where we've lost our way. There's a lot of confusion.
Oh, God. That's
Like,
funny.
you don't need to mess with the Monday Night Football theme either. Like, they tried to do that, too. Just give me SportsCenter with Dan
And
Patrick
get
and Scott
off
Van
my
Pelt
lawn.
and Keith Olbermann.
First Security Bank's the official bank of the Chuck and Bo Show. They're not confused. They just have more convenient locations all over Arkansas, helping you bank better every day. FSBank.com online. First Security Bank, member FDIC. It's almost 7 o'clock.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more. They carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, if you're struggling to get your Social Security disability, or you're buried in debt thinking about bankruptcy, don't wait. You need a legal team that knows how to fight for Arkansans.
That's why you can trust Cadell Reynolds. Bill Reynolds and his team know how to get results when it matters most. Whether it's personal injury, disability, or bankruptcy, they've got your back.
Dial 866-314-3728 or visit CadellReynolds.com today.
Cadell Reynolds. Make the right call.
As a play-by-play announcer, my eyes are everything. I need to see every detail on the field to call the game the right way. So when cataracts started affecting my vision, I knew I couldn't wait. I went to Dr. Betts and the team at McDonald Eye Associates. And truthfully, I wish I'd done it years ago. The difference is incredible. The whole experience was professional, easy, and honestly life-changing. If your vision's holding you back, take it from me. Don't put it off any longer. Schedule your appointment with McDonald Eye Associates today.
Hey, it's Bo. And for me, business comes down to working with people I like and can count on. And that's Teamwork Roofing and Construction. They do what they say, they're on time, and when they're done, it's like they were never there and you have a brand new roof. Built with expert craftsmanship and the best materials. When it comes to commercial or residential roofing, get the customer care Teamwork Roofing and Construction offers. Check them out on their Facebook page, Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Thank you all for your show. It's a great format in the morning. It's really nice to have knowledgeable people to wake up to and listen to. So thank you all.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Have you guys, by the way, have you ever been on the Tilly Willie Bridge?
I have, yes. How does Tom Hart know about the Tilly Willie Bridge?
Yeah, so the game ended, the final game of the series ended last week, and I just wanted to decompress, roll down my windows, listen to some Tyler Childers, drive around, and I saw the Tilly Willie Bridge on a map, and I went, man, that's where I'm going. I'm going to go check out Tilly Willie Bridge. And I got there, and wouldn't you know, it's just a bridge.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's heard on the Chuck and Bo Show."
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Does Tom Hart do football?
Oh, yeah.
Can we have Tom Hart on during football season?
Absolutely.
I always enjoy his little gems,
Wow.
like the Tilly Willie Bridge.
Who's going to be our broadcast crew for most of the year this year? What TV crews are we getting? Who's going to do that 11 a.m. Notre Dame game?
That's got Mark Jones written all
No,
over it.
don't say that. I mean, I should. I don't mean it like that.
Oh, yeah. Well, what do you got against him, man?
I don't know.
Let's see.
Nothing. Actually, I shouldn't have said that. I like Mark Jones. I was secretly hoping for Tom Hart, Cole Kubelik.
Dave Neal.
Dave Neal could be in there.
Dave Neal.
I don't know who the crews are going to be now with the new ABC setup. Like how they're going to do it.
I don't know.
I'm efforting.
Bart's on it.
Yeah.
Like he is
I wouldn't
everything.
even
Are you
know
going to
where to
complain
look.
about it, or are you just going to tell us?
No, my guess is it'll be like Sean McDonough, Joe Tess, or Dave Pash. Would be my guess for that.
For the Notre Dame
those
game?
are the ABC crews, other than Fowler.
Okay. Well, I mean, we are going to have to. I mean, when it was on, like if it was on CBS, you knew there was going to be Vern. And now you.
I don't think
you
ESPN's
don't
put
always
out
know.
their like announcing teams
I have
for this
no
season
idea.
yet.
Darren McFadden's going to have his jersey honored. If you've just joined us, if you missed the news yesterday, beginning with the 2025 season, Arkansas football players wearing the jersey number 5 will have a patch honoring former star running back Darren McFadden. McFadden, who won the Doak Walker Award twice and was the Heisman Trophy runner-up in 2006 and 2007 and wore the number 5 during his 3-year career, will have a patch emblazoned with his initials and signature silhouette on the number 5 jersey. So any player wearing the number 5 jersey, Jacaden Ferguson, a freshman receiver, and Cam Ball, standout defensive tackle, will have that on their jerseys this fall. And then he'll be honored October 18th against Texas A&M, and they will, I believe, hang his jersey in the stadium.
That's good.
So it'll be a celebration, and it'll be hung up but they're not like shutting the number down.
Well, he's the player that all generations recognize. I mean, you know, as long as you were old enough to remember 2006, 2007, which I guess does get away from us pretty quickly, but he is recognized by old and young as the best. The one that set a standard that's going to be hard for anybody else to reach.
Here's how it went down yesterday.
As we get ready for football season, we've got a special honor we want to announce today. Beginning with the 2025 football season, jersey number 5 will be a jersey of honor.
Man.
Officially put a patch on whatever player wears that specific jersey, number 5, that you wore so well during your career as a Razorback. And that will begin with their home opener on August the 30th. And then we're going to have a special ceremony at the Texas A&M game in October to hang jersey number 5, a representation of that in Razorback Stadium to officially honor you.
I definitely appreciate that, man. That's one of the things, just being able to hear that, man, I thank you, man. I know for the state of Arkansas, the people love me so much, man. Anytime somebody see that number 5, they think of Darren McFadden. I definitely appreciate it, because I appreciate it, man.
That's definitely true. That's the Razorback Daily podcast, and that's Q and Z on there with Hunter and Pittman and D-Mac.
I'll admit I was a little confused about this when I heard, when I read this yesterday. And actually, I needed Bart and Edward Still to clarify it for me this morning. But if you, as you said, if you wear number 5, which Cam Ball, obviously on the defensive line, and as you mentioned, the freshman receiver, Jacaden Ferguson, there's going to be that patch, but not everybody's going to wear the patch. It's just going to be the guy wearing number 5 is the one that's going to wear the patch. So I'm going to guess moving forward that you're going to have to be a pretty special player to wear number 5.
The rest of the team will all wear a War Memorial Stadium patch.
Okay.
In honor of the great memories.
There are people that are going to believe that now, Bo.
It is a broken scoreboard patch. It's got like the numbers are like half of, you can see some of them, and you can't make out what the score is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. I want to immediately apologize for saying that.
Well.
What a year it's going to be.
It is going to be.
What a year it's going to be.
It is going to be good.
By the way, it's been a couple of days of honors here. We had Clint Turner on yesterday.
Yeah. Hall of Honor.
Maybe we'll get D-Mac on today.
Yeah.
We'll give him a few more minutes to make sure he's awake. I don't know what time he gets up. And then we'll, I don't know, who do you want to honor tomorrow?
We're going to have the Bart patch. I want a patch. Let's have the Chuck and Bo Show patch.
Bart's pissed off about the college football theme music that ABC's chosen.
What are your thoughts on the theme music, Bart?
I think it's unnecessary.
Now, we've got this new country song. It's new to me.
I'd never heard it.
Backup plan, Bailey Zimmerman, Luke Combs.
Backup plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like
I feel like they needed a backup plan for the backup plan.
Well, if you listen to the lyrics, you'll understand that the only backup plan is getting back up. The lyrics are actually great for the
So why didn't they
idea
just
of
get
it.
back up with their ESPN theme music
Well,
and just use it?
that's a fair question.
Now,
and I think now that's the kind of stuff you walk into an elementary school and say, Bart.
But that
on
doesn't
career
scream
day.
college football. That doesn't scream college football to me. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad song.
Motivates the heck out of me,
well,
Chuck.
That's fine. I'm glad you're motivated. I'm just saying that at 9 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, I don't equate that song right there with college football. Yeah, maybe I will.
Well, they're not going to play it at 9 o'clock.
Well, when are they going to play it?
When
at
the
11?
game starts.
Oh, at 11.
When they go into the game.
Oh, well, then that's different.
I
I'll
think that's the
pitch when I hear
plan.
it
Yeah,
then.
it's like.
That's different.
What do you guys have on the radio broadcast for the theme music? Can you get? Why don't we get you guys something for that?
I don't know. I honestly don't.
Why don't we get you something for that?
Yeah, okay.
What would you choose, Bart? You want to go back to the old one that they had?
Just use the theme music for the broadcast.
He likes a good orchestra. There's
Well,
no
Chuck
reason
said it.
for lyrics.
Once they got into the SEC network, ESPN went country.
They did. They went country.
Yeah.
Like there's no need for it.
Once they bought the SEC all-out rights
That's
from
right.
CBS,
They should have bought the theme
outbid
song
them.
along with it. Yeah.
What's this? Oh. Yeah. The beginning of that's whatever.
Yeah, I don't love the drumline part.
I don't love this. It's okay. I like the CBS one.
I like
the
this one
CBS
and
one
the
is
CBS one. CBS one's the
legendary.
best.
Yeah.
CBS one's the best.
That's the
What was CBS?
That's
that
the sound
and
of
the
college
NBA
football.
on NBC. That and the NBA. Yeah. This right here now. This actually gets me excited.
Yeah.
This makes me want to go get donuts right now.
It's college football Saturday.
Yeah. Coffee, donuts, kids are taken care of, dad's watching game day.
Now all it means is Big Ten football.
Yeah. ESPN should have just bought this song. Keep it in the family.
CBS
Keep it
is
in
like-
the family.
Everyone equates the Big Ten with Fox. Big noon kickoff. Fox is the Big Ten network. Yeah. ABC, ESPN, SEC network. What's CBS now? I mean, you don't really equate them with anything. Vern's gone. Gary Danielson had 1 year of the Big Ten. Said, man, I can't do this. And he's hanging it up. So, I mean, what are they going to do?
As we sit here today, we've lost our way.
We have.
And I think I'm okay with this now, Bart. We need to roll with it a little bit. We can sound old. That's fine. But we've lost our way. We've lost our traditions, guys. Kiddos, boys and girls, we've lost our traditions. We've lost our traditional rivalries. We've lost our traditional theme music. We've lost our CBS. We've lost our identity.
Yeah.
Who are we?
We are confused. We don't know who we are anymore. And this is
Let's get back to basics.
This is we're stumbling to find our footing.
Back to the fundamentals.
We're looking to find our
Layup
footing.
line. Let's go.
We have players now who aren't on teams for more than 5 minutes. We don't know who anybody is. You can have football players come to your campus. They can walk right into Walmart and nobody knows who they are.
Well, they're wearing gear. I mean, you have an idea.
Oh, they know they're on the team, but they'd never heard of some of them before.
That's true.
I'll be completely honest.
We don't know who anybody is.
I have no idea who this freshman wide receiver is who's wearing number 5 and gets to wear the DMAC patch.
Well, I'm going to guess that he was issued number 5
no,
before
almost certainly. But I have no idea who he is.
The point is, we have lost our way.
I have no idea who he is.
That's the point.
And I don't mean that in any disrespectful way.
He doesn't know who you are either.
Right. That's fine. That's fine. But to your point, like I pulled up the football roster.
Maybe you guys should meet.
I pulled up the football roster, and I don't know who a lot of these guys are.
Hold on. Get Kyle on. Let's see if we can do a meet and greet for Bart with the football team.
Yeah.
We'll like the media when they have media day. We'll just have Bart in a chair like Santa Claus over there, like the corner.
It's a station.
It'll be a station.
You get to ask Bart 2 questions. It's the easiest station
they go to all day. They just shake his hand, introduce themselves. He introduces himself, and then they go on to do their next interview.
I think that would be a welcome addition to the football meeting.
Be refresh. You could just have bottles of water there, and you want a water.
I was trying to support your point. You turned it against me.
Well, what I did is I tried to.
Good deed goes.
You know what I did? I tried to solve a problem that didn't need solved. You're right. I apologize. I tend to do that.
I'm literally scrolling through the roster, and I'm like, I don't know who this person is.
But everybody's saying that about every team.
That's the point. Is that like we don't know, fans don't know who the heck is on their team.
Oh my God, what a week it's been. Hooters is going out of business.
Hooters is going under in Augusta. The last surviving Hooters. John Daly single-handedly propped him up for 5 years.
He did all he could. Did all he could.
I mean, my gosh, he gave everything he had. He did. I mean, seriously, the only time you hear about Hooters anymore is with Daly. I'm giving him full credit.
He gave them everything.
He did. He did.
He left it all on the field.
I mean, let's just seriously, we've lost our way. Everything's changed. We've lost our way. It's the theme. It is. We've lost our way.
The world's going to hell in a
Cecil, good morning.
Save us, Cecil.
You're on the We've Lost Our Way show.
Boy, y'all hilarious. I'm telling you.
Jeez.
Y'all keep me going.
We're a hot mess is what we are.
Hey, man, Darren McFadden, I wanted to say he's in the class by himself. Arkansas has had some great running backs. I've watched a lot of games. I can remember the first game. I actually remember one of the first games I went to. We played a homecoming game against TCU in Fayetteville, and I got Ben Calvin's tearaway jersey.
Ooh, he was a dandy.
Man, I had it for years. I don't know where it's at now. I wish I had that thing. But you got Michael Forrest, Donnie Bobo, you got Gary. It's a lot of running backs was at Arkansas. But that trio that Houston Nutt had, man, it brings tears to my eyes. I swear to God, I've seen Darren McFadden do some amazing stuff, man. Felix Jones. I remember the South Carolina game, and I sit in Section 2, row 3 for 3 years, and I stepped next to what's his name? DJ Williams' mom and sisters, and I enjoyed every moment of that. But that one game, I didn't go to it. I was watching on CBS, and we was playing against Florida, and man, I ain't never seen nobody run the ball like that. Darren McFadden, he came straight up off the right tackle and went straight down the field, straight down the middle, and he outran the linebackers and the D-backs, and you could see it. The camera it was like a photo finish, and he just jetted straight to, man, that boy was awesome, man. He was awesome. And I get a rush every time I think about it And I've been to so many games and watched so many games, and I don't forget nothing. And I can remember one time against Florida and Fayetteville, he caught a screen pass and knocked the linebacker on his butt. I mean, it was like, I'm like, boy, Darren is bad. But I just enjoyed that, and he deserves anything that Arkansas want to honor him in, he deserved it. And he definitely deserved the Heisman Trophy. I just didn't understand why he didn't get it the second time. I'm still scratching my head about that. But I just wanted to jump on and share that moment.
Good.
Thank you. You've righted the ship.
Yeah.
And y'all have a blessed day, y'all.
Thank you. You did. Thanks for taking the wheel there for a second. Somebody had to get us back in between the lanes here.
Number 5, you better look at him a little closer. He's a football player.
See ya. D-Mac.
Hold on, man, Ryan.
D-Mac not looking back. Touchdown.
How about that Heisman, Mark Jones?
It was an 80-yard run. I'll guess about 8 seconds.
Wow.
McFadden.
Say goodbye. Darren McFadden, 80 yards, touchdown.
And here's McFadden on the loose. D-Mac not going to bring this back. Touchdown, Arkansas.
We got that wood right here, baby.
This is McFadden, the Wildcat formation. Got him.
Y'all better put him in the Heisman.
McFadden will get the direction now. Fakes it, keeps it, comes left. Watch out. He's gone.
Donuts, Red Bull, and lottery tickets. I mean, how could you want anything
Courtesy
more?
of the Chuck and Bo Show.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Summer storms and heavy rains can sneak up fast, so make sure your gutters are ready to handle it all. Hog Trough Gutters, locally owned and operated with 30 years of experience, installs seamless gutters made on site to protect your home. They're fully licensed and insured. Every job is hydro-tested, and each one comes with a 20-year warranty. Proudly serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. And if you're outside those areas, just give them a call or a text. Schedule your free inspection today at hoggutters.com.
There's simply not a better shopping experience than Macadoodles. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Whether you're stocking up for a party, updating your bar, or just grabbing your favorites, Roger and the team are always there to help. Make the smart choice. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
All right, guys, you hear us talk about the Sweatin' 'em Edge on the Chuck and Bo Show. You've got your summer lineup set, but what about your skincare? Sun, sweat, and all that time outside takes a toll. Hit up the spa at Sweatin' 'em Cosmetic Surgery for a facial or sun damage repair. It's not just for the ladies, guys. Call 479-966-4174. Again, that's 479-966-4174 and get your skin in the game.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You hear that? You hear that?
Back to Safe Sports Radio.
That's special.
I was really dorky. As I'm sure it's a shock for you guys to
is
realize
that. Right?
Oh, I was a total dork.
What a great story.
No, now I'm an older dork.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Barry Trammell is a writer in Oklahoma. Is it Tulsa World? Is that what he writes for?
Either that or that Oklahoma City paper.
It's Tulsa World. We can double check that. Anyhow, he was on Feinbaum yesterday, and he said this about the Oklahoma Sooners in the SEC this year.
I mean, people say, is Oklahoma going to be good this year? I said, yes. That doesn't mean the record will be. You know, Sooners in Florida and Mississippi State, I think, are the three teams that have been loaded up with the toughest SEC schedule these first 2 years of the 16-team conference. It's not going to be easy because they play Ole Miss instead of Mississippi State. They play Tennessee instead of Vanderbilt, Missouri instead of Arkansas. It's just one tough team after another. They just got to find a way. The good news is they got 4 home games this year. Last year they only had 3, so that helps a little. Nothing easy about it. And, they also got to navigate Michigan in week 2.
I don't think their schedule's any more difficult than Arkansas's. He left that out. And then he took a slight shot at Arkansas by saying they have to play Missouri instead of Arkansas. Now, that right there, whew,
Oklahoma,
that's tough to swallow if you're a Razorback fan, but Missouri's been better. That's the thing that has to change.
Well, I mean, they're after their third
change.
straight 10-win season.
It's got to change.
Oklahoma's interesting because, I mean, they 2-6 in the league last year. But they think of themselves, and look, their history supports it. I mean, they think of themselves among the college football blue bloods. And it's going to be different for them. Barry Switzer tried to warn them, and I don't know that anybody really paid attention. But it's interesting when you hear them talk, their fans, listen to their shows. It's very similar to here. You know, they talk about the record. Yeah, it can be better and not win, a certain number of games. And there's going to be an 8-4 Oklahoma team that's probably better than some of those 10-2, 11-1 teams they had back then. But they're not going to believe it because the record's not going to be as good.
So Oklahoma has the same conversation. Is it okay to say, I always want to find out from, the judges, the committee who judge things like this. Is it okay if we say that Arkansas, at the end of the season, was a good football team, but they didn't have a great record? Or is it only okay if somebody like, another school has that situation? Is it? My question is can it be a true statement? But when we talk about Arkansas, it's all about, you're defending them or whatever.
No, you're right.
But can it be a true statement of any program?
It's a true statement around the league. It's a true Big Ten schools can, at least the upper half of the Big Ten can say the same thing.
So the same people that defend how difficult the league is to play in some of those same people will also say that you can't be that good if your record indicates that you're 6-6. But then they'll turn around and say, but if you take these teams that are 6-6 in the SEC, and they play a 9-win team in the ACC or the Big 12 or the Big 10, they're going to beat them in a bowl game. Well, which is it? Or because both can't be true.
We've talked about. You brought this up initially, and I've repeated it that there was a time when we beat all the Southwest Conference teams in the regular season and lost to the SEC team in the bowl game. That's generally how it was, and now it's exactly the opposite. So I think Arkansas was a pretty good team last year. Their record, 7-6 is not a terrible record, but it's not where people want to be. I understand that.
Do you want to go to the Big 12? Should we go to the Big 12? You want to go to the Big 12? I mean, look, nothing's the same anymore, okay? Nothing's the same.
We've already lost our way.
This is what we're talking about today. We've lost our way. Nothing's the same. Do you want to go to the Big 12? I'm just asking. I'm at family question here. We're at family breakfast. Do you want to go to the Big 12?
Ultimately, no.
No.
Ultimately, no. You can make the argument in football that you'd have more wins and people would feel better about things. You could make that argument, but the caliber of player, even that Arkansas is getting now in football, that goes 7-6, or the caliber of a player you get in baseball or basketball or any of the other sports, I don't know that you'd get the same caliber of player. department-wide.
So you might not even win more games.
I don't know.
You might not.
Well, I think you probably would. But, are you really stronger? It's not like Big 12 schools are broke, but it's not SEC money. It's not Big 10 money. And as we're watching college football kind of unfold right now, the SEC has become – that's what guarantees Arkansas a seat at the table, just to be blunt about it. When you're a member of the SEC or the Big Ten, you're going to have a seat at the table. I don't know that that's always the case in any other conference.
So, actually, I think for the first time, maybe people are going to vote to stay in the SEC. We're doing a vote today.
Are we?
And then they're going to do whatever we tell them.
Oh.
So this is serious. Like, you got to.
I vote for stay and put.
You want to stay?
I vote for
Bart?
stay and put.
I want to
stay.
Okay. Edward?
Stay.
Okay. Let's stay.
There's prestige in playing in the SEC.
All right, we'll stay. We'll stay.
But by the same token, if you were on the other side of the coin, hey, are you really? Don't you think you'd be happier if you're 10-3 or 9-3 or whatever?
How about this? Can we just play in the Big 12 1 year? Everything stays the same.
Can we get the SEC money and play a Big 12 schedule?
Like,
Can we do that?
let's just do a swap. Would anybody in the Big 12 be willing to do that for a year with Arkansas? Would any team?
Oh, there'd be somebody grab the money.
No. Nothing changes. You just get to go prove your mettle.
I see.
You get to go prove your value. You get to, for a year, you get to go compete in the SEC. I'm looking at you, Kansas State. We'll take your schedule. You take ours. What about it?
Let's see
why
what Kansas State has.
This is getting it done in college football. What I'm doing right now,
solving problems.
All this other stuff they're doing, all this just jargon about whatever in the playoff. Let's get down to some real conversation here.
Okay.
We want to trade with an SEC Big 12 team for 1 year.
Here we
you
go.
play in the SEC 1 year. We'll play your schedule. That's all that happens. Nobody moves. Same stadiums. All that. We're going to play your conference
Arkansas
schedule
could
for
go
a year.
undefeated against this Kansas.
What's our schedule if, say, we trade with Kansas State? What's the
you go.
schedule?
Okay. Iowa State in Dublin to open the season.
Okay, now just before, I'm sorry to interrupt,
Week
but I
zero.
want to point this out. Kansas State, I believe, was picked to win the Big 12 by some. Like, there's 3 or 4 teams
They're going to be in the
but
hunt.
they're
They'll
one
be
of
in
the
the
teams.
mix. Utah, Iowa State, Baylor.
So I didn't
Arizona
just pick
State.
like a bottom tier. I took the team that people were
Upper
like,
half.
oh, they're going to be
Upper
one of the
half.
best teams in the league.
They'll probably win 8 or 9 games.
Iowa
K-State.
State in Dublin.
All right.
Week 0. North Dakota, Army, at Arizona, UCF, at Baylor, TCU, at Kansas, Texas Tech, at Oklahoma State, at Utah, Colorado. It's a 10-win season for the Razorbacks.
Don't ever tell me schedule doesn't matter.
Schedule
matters a
10-win
lot.
season for the Razorbacks and a spot in the college football playoff.
Now, what's Kansas State's record if they go play Arkansas schedule?
Well, I can tell you that.
Well, I'm glad you don't even have to look. It's about it'd be similar to whatever Arkansas ends up with.
Win, loss,
I mean,
loss.
if you think 6 and 6 is the
loss,
year, then
loss. Win, loss. I mean, they'd win three, maybe 4 games playing Arkansas schedule.
What? Yeah. You don't think they'd win 5 or 6?
No.
So the difference.
No, I don't.
Just so we're clear, in the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room, the difference between Kansas State's schedule and Arkansas' schedule is 6 wins.
Yeah, probably. Thereabouts.
6!
5, 6.
A difference of
5, 6,
6.
7, somewhere in that range. I mean, I'm sorry, you're not telling me that Kansas State is going to Ole Miss and winning. I don't know that they would go to Memphis and win. They're not beating Notre Dame. They're not beating Tennessee. They're not beating Texas A&M. They're probably not beating Auburn. Mississippi State would be a close game. They're not winning at LSU. They're not winning at Texas. And they're not beating Missouri. They're winning 3, maybe 4 games with Arkansas.
And we can all argue about that. But what I'm trying to say is the difference between 2 Power 4 conference schedules, 2 Power 4 football teams that are both eligible to make the college football playoff. They are in power conferences. The difference between 2 schedules could be 5 or 6 wins?
Yeah.
Like if you just change the schedule and you're still playing Power 4 opponents.
That's why my plan to fix college
6.
football is the correct ideal.
That's Chuck. That's bananas.
Well, and look, here's the thing. Oklahoma could say the same thing. Somebody over at Oklahoma right now could do the very same thing.
Yeah.
And this is what.
And they left the Big 12.
Yeah, and they left the Big 12. And it's just the reality of our league. Now, here's the thing. There's not a fan base out there that's going to say, yeah, man, we should leave, because you're admitting defeat. I mean, it's a defeatist attitude. And but it's the truth. That's why if you were to take a survey in Arkansas, do you want to leave the SEC? Overwhelmingly, it would be no. Overwhelmingly, it would be no.
Tell me about that new truck you got, Chuck.
Well, it's very nice.
Chevy of Fayetteville situation.
Yeah, the Chevy of Fayetteville
Chuck's
situation.
been talking about these Silverados driving down the road, and
it's very nice. It's very nice.
Together, let's drive.
Yeah, we are.
Chevy of Fayetteville.
They've got a lot of nice pickups on the lot.
You put your money where your mouth was on that one.
I did.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Man, I looked at that yesterday. You pulled out of the parking lot, and I just stood in awe. I was literally mesmerized.
It was it's very nice. And, Chevy of Fayetteville, I mean, the selection. When I go buy an automobile, I don't do it often, but when I do, I want a good selection. I want to be able to check stuff out. And went to their website, and sometimes you go to an automobile dealership's website, it's not updated. You see an automobile on there, man, I'd love to have it, and then it's gone. Theirs was updated. It was there. It was great. Made a great deal on it. What are you laughing about?
Because, like, a week ago, this is like adopting a pet. Like you went over to Petland and you just looked at all the trucks and you came in and you go, I picked out the one I want.
I did.
And then you thought about it for like 2 or 3 days.
I did.
And then you took it home. 7:35. Good morning. I want to see you and Bart in the old 3-legged race.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Let me just.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Some moments just call for something unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you don't just buy a diamond. You create an unforgettable experience. Their newly remodeled space is stunning with Cafe B right inside and their in-house diamond expert that'll help you find the perfect piece every time. That's just part of the Blakeman's experience. When you see the purple bag, you know it's something special. It always saves the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Know what else makes you an Arkansas Razorback fan? Going to the University of Arkansas. How about playing football for the team?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Chuck's still going to call all the games this year. We're going to listen to you come in here and be tired, and 65% of you is better than 100% of everybody else. We'll take it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Jeez Louise, man. What is going
It's
on?
WNBA, man. Holy cow.
Oh, my gosh. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
I think that's the way to
just
couple of stories.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Happened in the WNBA the last couple of days.
One we can't really talk about. One of them they stopped playing because
a wig fell off.
A wig fell off. No, that's not why they stopped play last night.
You know, even like the Boys and Girls Club, they make you take your jewelry off and stuff. You know, you can't. The girls don't need to be wearing earrings and stuff. But I don't remember anything in there about your hair. Like,
yeah.
not wearing a wig.
It's not something you think about, but evidently it's an issue.
Yeah.
And somebody's wig got, I don't know if it was pulled or what happened, or I don't know. But I know that it was misplaced, and they stopped playing.
I got nothing for you.
Well, you're the one that brought it up. I was just providing the expert commentary.
Oh, my gosh.
Come to expect.
I am, Okay, can we reset the segment? Let's go to the Situation Room. Bart, what do you have? What happened last night?
Yeah.
No comment.
What was the deal last night?
Everybody feet on the floor.
No comment.
Let's reset.
Well, where's that Sam Pittman? I need that Sam Pittman. No.
I got it right here for you. Yeah.
No, hell no.
No comment.
What was thrown on the floor last night, Bart?
No comment.
At the WNBA game.
An object.
Yeah.
An object was thrown on the floor.
Yeah.
It was.
It's bright green.
Bright
I saw
green.
that.
It was bright green.
No, hell no.
It was. It stood out on the broadcast.
Okay.
And play was stopped.
You better look at him a little closer. He's a football player.
Better put him in the Heisman.
And no comment.
Oh,
no further
man.
comment from the Situation Room.
Oh yeah. Okay, we've heard back from DMAC.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get him on.
Okay.
Actually,
good.
let's take a break and see if we can do it right now.
Okay.
All right, Chuck and Bo Show back in a minute. It's the Chuck and Bo Show. We're just kind of wading through it, figuring it out with you this morning.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more. They carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
If you haven't tried a flight by Yuengling, you're missing out on the great taste of Yuengling that is a light beer. It's the next generation of light beer. Get it on draft, in the can, the new skinny cans, and now the new 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle. Perfect for any occasion. It's just 95 calories, and you're still enjoying a Yuengling. Take your beer game to new heights with Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, if you're struggling to get your Social Security disability, or you're buried in debt thinking about bankruptcy, don't wait. You need a legal team that knows how to fight for Arkansans.
That's why you can trust Cadell Reynolds. Bill Reynolds and his team know how to get results when it matters most. Whether it's personal injury, disability, or bankruptcy, they've got your back.
Dial 866-314-3728 or visit CadellReynolds.com today.
Cadell Reynolds. Make the right call.
When is the last time you thought, oh, the SEC's making an announcement today, and it's going to be good for the Hogs?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
My gosh, this pen is leaking all over.
Oh, that's a lonely feeling.
Brand new
I've done that. You've been too aggressive with that pen over there. Goes over manhandling this pen. He's getting ink all over him.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
All right, D-Mac at 8:35.
All right,
we'll
good.
talk about his jersey being honored and the patch and what it means to him, and go down memory lane a little bit with Darren McFadden at 8:35. So that'll be cool. That'll be fun.
He's one of those players you can start a conversation. I remember the time, and I mean, you look up and you've spent 2 hours talking about it.
You know, it's been so cool to just watch him too over the last few years. All the progress he's made personally, just in his life, and he's impacted a lot of people with his story and some of the stuff he's battled and all that. And really proud of him for that. And just to see him get to enjoy the memories, you know, and looking back on the career he had. And I think he's really soaking this up. You know, when you're in it, you don't really, you know, you just on to the next thing. But to have that career, to be revered the way that he is by Razorback fans, you can tell it means a lot to him. And that's cool to see.
One of our own.
Yeah.
You know, just I think that's the way the state views him. And his life's been chronicled. And, you know, there were some patches there where he has some things to overcome. And he's done that. And, yeah, it's nice to see him as a grown man now. Look, not everybody starts from the same place. And for some people, it's a longer journey, and it's a tougher journey. And when you see, you know, when you see it culminate, and you see the maturity later on, you know, that's what college sport's supposed to be.
877-377-6963. You can always get in here, call or text the show. What to Watch is brought to you by Macadoodles. Macadoodles Wine Down Wednesday. Every Wednesday, 15% off every bottle of wine in the store. They've got wine tasting, open to close, 7 days a week. They've got spirit tasting on the weekends, a special spirit tasting bar. If you want to try something new, a different brand, whatever, they've got an amazing allocated section. But if you're looking for a great bottle of wine, maybe you want to splurge a little bit, even if it's already on sale, every Wednesday it's an additional 15% off. So it's Wine Down Wednesday. Macadoodles just north of the state line, north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville. All right, what do we have to watch?
Well, first of all, if you haven't done it, go watch Happy Gilmore 2 on Netflix.
I haven't done it yet.
I did. I finally got through it last night.
It's not perfect. It's not
better,
for everybody.
It's better than
It's way
thought.
better than you probably think it's going to be. It's just a lot of fun and a lot of callbacks. I mean, look, it's Adam Sandler making a movie with his family and friends. And so there are a lot of laughs. There are a lot of funny moments.
And John Daly.
John Daly has a big role in it.
He's in the whole movie.
He has a big role in it. Uncle John Daly.
And he actually does great with the role.
Yeah, he does. He's very, very good casting.
A bunch of PGA golfers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Scheffler's in there. He's funny.
He's really funny, yeah.
Vern Lundquist.
Well, of course. You can't have a golf movie without Vern
I'm just
Lundquist.
glad that Vern could do it.
I am too.
Dan Patrick. the get up on Dan Patrick.
The costume is very
very good. Pretty good. It's fun.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to watch it.
Yeah, you are. You
I'll have to watch it.
definitely have to watch it.
I feel left out.
So do that tonight, and then tomorrow.
FOMO. It's total
That's
Chuck.
right.
Yeah, that really
I have
fits
that
you well.
fear of missing out.
Yeah, on all kinds of things.
Do that tonight, and then watch the NFL preseason game tomorrow. We have football on tomorrow.
All right, give me the deets on that.
So it's the Chargers and the Lions, Canton, Ohio, the Hall of Fame game. You'll get a chance to see some former Razorbacks play, or at least one. I'm assuming you'll see Isaac Teslaw play. You know, who knows about, you know, Skipper. Jake Bates will probably kick at least a little bit too. So, you know, the Detroit Razorbacks are getting their preseason underway. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, NBC and Peacock.
Okay.
Wow.
There you go.
Hall of
Real
Fame game.
football.
Hey, a couple of, while we're on what to watch, couple of watch list guys. Senior offensive lineman Fernando Carmona named to the 2025 Outland Trophy preseason watch list. So that's something. And then you got Taylon Green on the Maxwell Award watch list.
Well, both of them need to be good this year. If Arkansas is going to be good, both of them need to be good.
I think somebody to watch is Corey Robinson.
Yeah, that's the one I was going to mention there.
From Georgia Tech,
Yeah.
the transfer.
Yeah, he's going to be the tackle.
Going to be the left tackle.
And that's that's the spot right there. You better be good because the guy across from you is going to be.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they did with the offensive line and how it works. I just think it's a real key to the season. That's not really breaking any news, but they went out and they got guys that they felt like could fix the issues they were dealing with a year ago. And it's Eric Mateo's second year as the O-line coach. I thought it looked like they got good answers. So let's see how it comes together. And Bart pointed out the number of combined starts, which is something you always look at with offensive linemen, went from 60-something to 100-and-something. And in that, I think
62 career starts to 101 career starts along the offensive line.
That's added
experience. It's not everything, but
it's got to be cohesive. You got
help.
all the protections and all that stuff, but I think that's a positive. We'll see.
Well, it's got to be. That's from an offensive standpoint. It all works together, but you got to be good up there. Taylon Green gives you, if you're an offensive lineman. Taylon Green's got it, he's maybe a little quicker out of trouble than some would be, so you've got a little bit of an advantage there. But, no, you better be good. And it's not just about protecting the quarterback. You got to run the ball. And I'm anxious to see this Washington kid play running back. I think he's pretty good from what I understand.
Chuck, today's National Climb a Mountain Day.
Climb every mountain.
What is your mountain? What is the mountain you'll be climbing today, Chuck?
I don't know that that's going to happen today.
Well, it doesn't have to be an actual mountain.
It's a metaphor.
But is there something in your life that is a mountain to climb that maybe we could get behind you on today?
Well, I can't think of one off the top of my head, but I'll give it some thought during the break.
Maybe spending another hour with this group.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make it at 9 o'clock, man.
That's the mountain directly
the daily mountain.
in front.
That's right.
It's the daily mountain
The daily
I climb. The daily mountain I climb, written by Chuck Barrett, New York top seller.
Surviving the Chuck and Bo show.
New York Times top seller. Almost 8 o'clock. Brandon Marcello
Why
coming
deal
up.
with the stress of commercial travel when you can fly on your schedule with Jet Aircraft? No TSA lines, no baggage claim, no waiting around. Just you and your crew flying in comfort and style. Whether it's a weekend getaway, a golf trip, or planning your football travel for the fall, Jet makes it easy. Seats up to 9 with a full bar, custom catering, and plenty of space. Visit Jet NWA for pricing and more. That's Jet with 2 T's.
There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. And every Wednesday is Wine Down Wednesday. 15% off every bottle of wine in the store, even if it's already on sale. But when it comes to selection, amazing prices, and unbeatable customer service, Macadoodles and Guess Who in Bentonville is second to none. Wine, beer, and spirits. Stock up for your next party or just stop by and grab your favorite. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
We never thought much about power outages until we had one during the worst possible time. As a busy mom, there are plenty of challenges in a day. But with Paschal, power outages don't have to be one of them. A whole home generator installed by the pros at Paschal gave me back my peace of mind. The process was easy and understandable. Now, I don't have to worry about losing power when storms arrive. Get a free estimate today and keep the power on with a whole home generator from Paschal. Professional people, professional service. Paschal Air, Plumbing, and Electric.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
We were 0-5. They put us all in the coffin. They just didn't put the nails in.
The Chuck and Bo Show. Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
I got a legitimate question. You and me go play Oakmont today. What do we shoot?
I think we break 100.
There's
no way.
I think we break 100.
That is
barely.
the most ridiculous thing of all the ridiculous things you've said, and you've said a lot of ridiculous things. That's the most ridiculous.
That is absurd. The number I had in mind, just so you know, was 150.
No!
Yes.
We're breaking 150.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo Show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
That'll always be funny to me.
We're going to get it done.
That's always going to be funny to me.
No way. He was Bart does not lack confidence.
No.
But I look forward to watching him play his way just to start with around Northwest Arkansas.
Bart shared with me yesterday that he has not shot above 86 all summer. 86 has been his worst score all summer long. Am I right on that, Bart? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He nods shyly.
Wow.
Yes, it's true.
Wow. Do you feel like you're in your groove?
Have you found your game?
I feel like I'm hitting the ball pretty well though.
Figured it out. Yeah.
I'm driving the ball pretty well.
So you're primed for Oakmont if we can get
You've
this
been
done.
good off the tee.
I have been pretty good off the tee. Yeah.
We have three,
which is usually a weakness.
We have 3 empty Saturdays until football, and so maybe we've got one of those at Oakmont for you. Maybe.
I'd go.
You know what? I'm going to go back to this. Brandon Marcello's joining us, college football reporter, CBS, 247 Sports. Darren McFadden honored with a patch. His jersey will be hanging in Razorback Stadium in a special ceremony in October, but they are not retiring the jersey. However, from here on out, beginning this year, any player wearing the number 5 will have a special Darren McFadden patch on that jersey as well. We'll talk to D-Mac at 8:35 this morning. Brandon, great to have you on. Let's just get your reaction to that to begin with.
Well, number one, wow, I get to share the air with a legend later today. That's awesome to me.
Absolutely.
I think it's great, and I think it's a great idea to do like a patch. I know it's very hard to retire numbers these days because players want certain numbers, but the first thing that comes to my mind is, whoever wears number 5 this year in the future, they're going to be on TV, and when a father and son are watching the game on TV, the son's probably going to go, "What's that patch, Dad?" And the dad gets to explain to the son who Darren McFadden is. And otherwise, you wouldn't be able to do that if the jersey was just simply retired because the number wouldn't be out there anymore. So I think it's a great idea, and I wouldn't be surprised if more schools start doing something similar.
Interesting. Yeah, it's unusual. It's a bit unique, but it's meant a lot to him, I think, to be honored. And I think it'll get a lot of attention. You've been taking in media days.
Yeah, I want to hear about the Big Ten report.
Well, how was Vegas?
Yeah.
I hope they never do it out there again, ever. I didn't like it. Several of the coaches didn't like it because, it's supposed to be media. It's supposed to be helping out the media, tell their stories, share stories. And, by the time the media started getting the players and coaches, it was already evening time in the East Coast. We didn't start getting players and coaches until about 1 o'clock Pacific time every day. And by that time, it's 4 p.m. on the East Coast. So it's like, what are we even doing here? James Franklin complained about it himself, the Penn State coach, saying, hey, several of my beat writers weren't even able to come out here because of the high cost. And also it's just the time difference. It didn't make much sense for them to come out here trying to get stuff out there. And he also was like, why are we doing this outside of Big Ten country? What's the entire point of doing this? Matt Rule said college sports does not belong in Vegas. I've never seen coaches just outwardly express like, hey, we approve our commissioner, but man, this was a stupid idea. We don't like this at all.
Yeah. Well, why did they do it?
They said it was a logistics issue. They were supposed to do it in Indianapolis like they usually do. But then they were like, but we've got a couple of basketball tournaments coming out here, so it kind of made sense. But I didn't like it at all. They could have scheduled it better. And I will say this, the attendance there for the media was much lower than it usually would be. Having said all that, it was good to see some colleagues. It was good to talk to some of the coaches and everything, but it was not a great event.
Brandon, it seemed like every time I read something about Big Ten Media Days, a coach was taking a shot at the SEC. Was that just me, or did that seem to happen a little bit more than usual out there this year?
Yeah, they got the memo. The commissioner, Tony Petitti, was very much, and I'll say this, unlike maybe in the SEC these days and other conferences, the coaches were just echoing everything that was coming across from the Big Ten desk. Everything Tony Petitti said about playoff format, they all echoed. Strength of schedule, scheduling, they all went after the SEC on that. The only coach who said anything really nice about the SEC was James Franklin, actually. And he was talking about media day type stuff, just going like, why are we out here in Vegas doing this? And why don't we have like press conferences and stuff like that in the off season? Why isn't our commissioner speaking more to the media? That was fascinating. But also, yeah, it seemed like everybody seems to be on the same page in the Big Ten. I'm not so sure everybody agrees with some of their ideas right now, but it was really fascinating that I didn't hear really like any voice in the wilderness saying, no, I don't agree with this when it comes to playoff format or scheduling. They were all online with their commissioner.
When you look at the Big Ten this year, and we can move on from that in a second, but is Illinois an actual contender, as it appears that many believe they are? And I'm wondering if you spent any time with Bielema and what he had to say.
Yeah, I think they are. They've got so much returning production coming back. They're great in the trenches. And, in fact, while I was up there, I think the Big Ten's going to get 3 teams into the playoff this year, not 4. And the third team to me is going to be a wild card. And that wild card is going to be either Illinois or Indiana. Because, one, Indiana's schedule is so freaking easy once again. And I'm a big believer in Curt Cignetti's approach and just replacing players, almost like a Moneyball approach. He just finds guys with production and brings them in. Plus, they've got 3 All-Americans returning on defense. I mean, you barely ever hear that anywhere at any program, let alone Indiana. But back to Illinois, you got a veteran quarterback, Lou Altmaier, coming back. I like the way their schedule sets up. And, again, they just got so much returning production this year. And I had people going, well, they 2 top receivers. And I go back, when have you ever seen Brett Bielema really have to rely on their receivers? When are they going to be throwing the ball a lot? As long as they're running the ball, they're going to be successful. And you could tell from talking to Bielema up there that he's very confident in what they're going to be able to do this season. And again, you saw the playoff teams last year, the ones that were able to make runs were the best teams in the trenches. And he feels really, really good about what they've got coming back there in the trenches.
Brandon, what about the SEC? I mean, we've had a little time now to kind of look at some of the rosters and sort of figure out what teams may look like, although we don't really know. But, I mean, what's your thought on our league?
Well, I think it's going to be a league that's really defined by quarterback play. Everybody's paying attention to Arch Manning and co. and everybody, but there's some really, really good quarterbacks across the field here. There's some out there, though, that are already showing some rust. And by that, I mean, like Florida's DJ Lagway. I think a lot of us have been saying throughout the offseason, like, he could be the best quarterback in the SEC potentially if he could stay healthy. But he's had arm issues, and now he's having a leg issue as they open preseason camp. And, man, it makes you scratch your head. He's kind of just prone to injuries. But to me, it's defined by quarterbacks. And I'm wondering, I sit here and I go, people go, who's your dark horse pick or who's your surprise team in the SEC? And I hate to say it, but it's like I sit here and I'm all like, everybody just seems really predictable this year. And I know that sounds weird to say, but I think we're going to get back to it being Texas, Georgia, Alabama, and LSU at the top once again, and then it's just going to be everybody else fighting for scraps, which doesn't sound too exciting, but we're going to have some upsets here and there. But, man, far and away, those four teams just seem to have it. They have the talent, they've got the coaching, and everybody else is fighting for scraps.
So Arkansas has a bunch of new players, but we know a few things that are coming back, like the quarterback and the coordinator that we talk about often. And then they've retooled their offensive line. They got a good running back from New Mexico State. They got some receivers that look like they've got some promise. Defense, they got some linebackers that are returning that look pretty good. Larry Wursback, you got Cam Ball up front. But there's so many things we don't know. Do you have a feel for what kind of team you think Arkansas will be this year?
Well, I know this. Bobby Petrino and Sam Pittman are very happy with the pieces they brought in along the offensive line. They think they're going to be better up front this year. Taylor Green will be better just by default because being in the system for a second year under Bobby Petrino. And we've seen what Bobby Petrino does with quarterbacks from year one to year two. I mean, heck, Taylor Green was pretty darn good last season. My question really is just the defense and putting together a bunch of new pieces. I haven't heard too much about how that was coming along in the offseason, let alone here early in preseason camp. That's my big concern. I'm a little biased because I know Coach T. Will over the years, for dating back to our days down in Auburn. I'm a big believer in him. I think he's going to be a head coach someday, very soon. And I think he'll be able to figure things out. The thing for Arkansas, though, is just, man, the schedules are so freaking difficult. And I know fans don't want to hear that, like, oh, my gosh, blah, 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 but we should still be winning. I'm going to tell you, it's just the way it is. It's the new way it is in the SEC, or really the last 4 to 5 years. It's just, if you've got an incredibly difficult schedule, at some point, fans have to be happy, almost no matter where, unless you're in Alabama or LSU, that, hey, if I get to 8 wins this year, that's a pretty great year considering the schedule. And maybe take the page out of the Big Ten Commissioner's book where he's saying, hey, there are 8-4 teams out there that are pretty darn good. That's a good season. And at what point in college football did we decide, hey, that's a failure? There are a lot of 8-4 teams that could contend in the playoff, for example, is what Tony Petitti was saying. And I have a hard time sitting there going, you know what, he's not right. I think he is right from that standpoint. But again, as you mentioned, Arkansas is such a mystery this season because there's just so many new pieces. I'm confident they're going to be very good offensively. Defensively, I just don't quite know, and that gives me a little pause for concern. Plus, that early part of the schedule. I mean, I hate to say it, but like I look at these schedules across the SEC, and I actually did an article the other day on strength of schedule, and like it seems like almost every other schedule in the SEC is a fire me or extend me schedule for coaches. If you do really well, it's like, well, that guy deserves a contract extension. And if you just do mediocre or bad against it, it's like, well, we should probably fire this guy. It's brutal out there across the SEC this year. A lot of coaches kind of just teetering on that fence, and they've got really, really difficult schedules. And not just in the SEC, but also in the non-conference.
Well, you look at last year, and we didn't have any vacancies. I wonder how many vacancies there will be this year. Head
At least 5, I think.
5.
I think there'll probably be about 5.
Wow.
I think it's very possible.
Unbelievable. Here we go.
That could be absolutely true. It's going to be in that ballpark. Brandon, always great, man. We enjoyed it. Thanks for hopping on. We'll do it again soon.
All right. See you guys.
Thank you, Brandon.
See you, man. Brandon Marcello. You can follow him on social media. CBS Sports, CBSSports.com, 247 Sports as well, covering college athletics and college football this time of year.
Can you imagine 5? I mean, wouldn't that be something? There would be a lot of
well,
speculation.
just think about how that shakes the league up.
I know. I know. Hey, Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. I want to talk about them a minute. If you are in the market for a home, if you are trying to decide who am I going to call, who am I going to partner with in my search, let us recommend Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, to you. We say it out of experience, and I say we, I do, Bo does. Anybody that deals with them is going to come to that conclusion. It starts with being the best trained in the business. You want to talk to someone that's an authority on this. It's going to be a lot of money, probably the most money you've ever spent. You want someone that understands the game, someone that can get you the most bang for your buck. When you're talking about a dream home, get you into something that, you actually have dreamt about, something that you have wanted. They'll help you find lots of ways to do that. There's going to come a time to sell. You may wonder now, is it the right time to sell my home? Talk to them. They can tell you. They understand exactly all the things that come into pricing a home. And we recommend them, and I promise you, your situation is going to turn out exactly the way you want it to when you partner with Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. Washington County, Benton County, in Northwest Arkansas. They're in Fort Smith. They've got a great office up in Branson. There's a lot of wonderful property up there, and you can check it all out at WeichertGriffin.com.
We're a little bit over our head here, but we're doing the best we can. We're doing the best we can.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Some moments just call for something unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you don't just buy a diamond. You create an unforgettable experience. Their newly remodeled space is stunning with Cafe B right inside and their in-house diamond expert that'll help you find the perfect piece every time. That's just part of the Blakeman's experience. When you see the purple bag, you know it's something special. It always saves the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
As a play-by-play announcer, my eyes are everything. I need to see every detail on the field to call the game the right way. So when cataract started affecting my vision, I knew I couldn't wait. I went to Dr. Betts and the team at McDonald Eye Associates. And truthfully, I wish I'd done it years ago. The difference is incredible. The whole experience was professional, easy, and honestly life-changing. If your vision's holding you back, take it from me. Don't put it off any longer. Schedule your appointment with McDonald Eye Associates today.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Hey, it's Bo. And for me, business comes down to working with people I like and can count on. And that's Teamwork Roofing and Construction. They do what they say, they're on time, and when they're done, it's like they were never there and you have a brand new roof. Built with expert craftsmanship and the best materials. When it comes to commercial or residential roofing, get the customer care Teamwork Roofing and Construction offers. Check them out on their Facebook page, Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork.
Today's been it's been a strange day.
Yeah, we've had some struggles here.
Just
let's just be blunt. Can we be blunt?
Well, it's 50-50 at best.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I think it's an outstanding schedule. With that, everybody, that gives the University of Arkansas one hell of an opportunity. And we've got a good football team, too. They have to play Arkansas, too, now.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
It is hard for a Razorback fan to. What do you do with that? That whole conversation about scheduling. Like, we just rolled out the Kansas State schedule a little while ago, and Brandon mentioned it 3 or 4 times probably in our conversation with him about how big of a deal scheduling is. Look, there's 5 or 6 teams in college football every year, and maybe not even that many, that are the very best teams. And I get everybody wants to be there. 120 teams are chasing to be the top 5. But it doesn't change at the top, and there's a reason why they're traditional powers. And I don't know, I get that that's not something you have to like, but I also don't understand the lack of understanding that you can't change that. You can jump up and you can have a year, but the schedule, if you're a Razorback fan, it's so frustrating because you don't want to talk about 6 wins. You don't want to talk about 8 wins. You want to talk about 10. You want to talk about making the college playoff. But there is a but, right? And what do you do with the but?
Well, it's not like every team out there is winning 10 or 11 games. I mean, it's hard to get to that total, particularly out of the SEC or the Big Ten or a lot of these the larger mega conferences now, and there aren't that many of them, but it's hard to get to 10 or 11 wins, and there aren't going to be that many teams that do. You know, Brandon said something a minute ago, and it's I think this is what's frustrating for a lot of fan bases, not just ours. But a lot of fan bases is that, he was talking a minute ago about Alabama, Georgia, LSU, how this is going to be a more traditional year. It seems like almost every year is a traditional year in the SEC, or for that matter, even the Big Ten at times. So it is, the numbers are undeniable. Again, you go back to the 6 schools since 77. If it was easy to do, somebody would have done it by now. They were playing football in the league a long time before we joined it. If it was doable, somebody might have already done it.
Can I offer a half-baked idea? This is a Bart thing right here. Can I play your role for a minute and give a half-baked idea?
Sure.
What if we got out of this league idea of college football? Like, we just, right now everybody's, having a spitting contest about the league they're in. What if we got rid of the league idea and we had Power 4 conference football? We just called it, the college football playoff division, okay? So all the teams that are in the power conferences, they're basically playing each other 9 games. And if you want to add other people in college football, that are outside of that, fine. But everybody's playing a 9-game Power 4 conference schedule. But we don't know what it is. Like, the commissioner, in my idea, and their office comes up with schedules every year, and forget the idea of you play in the SEC or you play in the Big Ten or you play in the ACC or the Big 12.
You mean a fair and balanced scheduling
So
system?
I don't even know. It doesn't even, the idea of even fair and balanced is I'm even willing to just kind of leave that open-ended. But we just rolled out Kansas State's schedule earlier, and Bart's convinced that Arkansas wins 10 games in that schedule, and he's convinced that Kansas State wins 4, maybe 5 games with Arkansas' schedule. And every year, you're just playing in this absurdly difficult league, or you're not. But if you want to make college football more entertaining, tell me that's a bad idea, what I just gave you.
It would be nice if they could come up with some mechanism similar to the NFL, to where if you're good this year, you're going to play a tougher schedule next year. If you're not good this year, the schedule's not going to be as tough next year. That's how you achieve actual parity. That's how you give other teams a chance. That's how you go from worst to first.
That's why you get the top draft pick.
That's right. Yeah. Right. There are mechanisms in place in professional sports to allow the lesser teams to at least have a chance, a fighting chance, to catch up with the teams at the top. It's harder in college football. I'm not just talking about Arkansas, the SEC. I'm just talking period. It is harder to go from the bottom to the top in college football than I think any other sport. Pro, college, pick your sport. Find me a situation where it's harder to crack the glass ceiling than it is in college football, nationwide.
Darren McFadden's coming up. Hey, if you're in need of a roof, you need some work done, Teamwork Roofing and Construction is a strong recommendation from us. So we know these guys. They do great work. They're great people. They're great to work with. They're going to work on your schedule, your time, and they're going to do what they say. They're going to show up when they say. They're going to leave when they say. It's going to be done when they say. And they're going to use all the best material and all the best people. Certified employees, certified materials, Teamwork Roofing and Construction. You're always going to get what they tell you you're going to get. They communicate. They don't leave you hanging when the job's done. They leave you with an immaculate job site and a roof you can be proud of. Log on to their Facebook page to check out the work they've been doing. They're doing it every day, all over our great state. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality. Powered by Teamwork. The two best guys in mediocre sports radio.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicher Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicher Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
At the Stonebreaker Hotel, we believe in the art of gathering, whether over a thoughtfully prepared meal or a quiet moment on Markham Hill. Start your day with breakfast classics from the all-day menu, served from 7:30 to 1. Savor shareable bites from the bar and lounge menu until 10. And let the dinner menu from 5 to 9 bring familiar flavors with a fresh twist. And for a weekend well spent, how about brunch? Rooted in connection, designed for comfort. Learn more at StonebreakerHotel.com.
Particularly in the South, I'm not sure there's a title that carries more weight than coach. Maybe preacher.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
you one thing, but listen, what a great show you. The best sports show in the state is, no doubt, the Chuck and Bo Show. No doubt about it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Number 5, you better look at him a little closer. He's a football player.
See ya, D-Mac.
Hold on, man, Ryan.
D-Mac not looking back. Touchdown.
How about that Heisman, Mark Jones?
It was an 80-yard run. I'll guess about 8 seconds.
Wow.
McFadden. Say goodbye. Darren McFadden, 80 yards, touchdown.
And here's McFadden on the loose. D-Mac not going to bring this back. Touchdown, Arkansas. We got that wood right here, baby.
This is McFadden, the Wildcat formation. Got him.
Y'all better put him in the Heisman.
McFadden will get the direction out. Fakes it, keeps it, comes left. Watch out. He's gone.
Darren McFadden.
The GOAT.
Absolutely. Two-time Doak Walker Award winner and runner-up in the Heisman twice. And we know, D-Mac, that you should have won it. And we're sorry that it was taken from you.
Still mad about that.
I feel you there, man. I got some of those same feelings, man. But hey, I just tell myself I move on from it, man.
Well, it was awesome to watch, man. What a career, and I'm glad you're getting the recognition, continual recognition that you deserve, and this honor of having the patch put on the number 5 jersey from here on out. And we watched the Razorback Daily when they surprised you yesterday, and I saw you emotional. And, I mean, how could you not be, even when you're not really that kind of guy? But what has this meant to you?
I tell people, man, I'm thankful for it, man. Being a kid growing up in Little Rock and, just wanting to go to the University of Arkansas, man. I just want to go there and play football. Never thought about going there and setting records and becoming this, nationwide known figure as Darren McFadden, D-Mac, Run DMC. I never thought of any of those things. Like I said, I just want to go to the University of Arkansas, play football, and being able to go up there and accomplish some of the things that I did, man. It's just a great honor and a great feeling. I'm just very thankful for it, and it's a blessing for sure, man.
How awkward and uncomfortable was it early on with all the attention and all the fame, and you was just trying to play football?
Man, a lot of guys know me guys that cover me, man, since high school days. Probably they know, my interviews early on. You probably get 2 or 3 words out of me, and it's like, I would get quiet again. But, it's funny. I got a funny story about that. Kevin Trainor, my guy, man. I love Kevin Trainor, but I think it was we do like a home media day for all the local media and everything, and it may have been my freshman year or even my sophomore year, but it was one of them. But I had been doing tons of media, so I was like, oh, man, I just want to take a break. Everybody done. I was still going. And so I told Kevin Trainor, like, man, I'm going to go to the restroom real quick, and I'll be right back. So I went to the restroom, and I snuck off to the dorms for about 30 minutes, and he finally called me. He was like, what happened to you? And I was like, man, I had to come sit down for a second. But, the one thing I would say Kevin taught me dealing with media and stuff, man, is just it's all about how you approach it. And over the years, that's one thing that I learned, you approach it with a good attitude, and, you get good results out of it. And then early years in college, I was at the point I was like, I just want to play football. I didn't care about media. And, over the years, I learned that comes along with it, man. So I think I do a pretty good job at it now.
You do.
You've had such a love affair with the Razorback fans. You talked a minute ago about how badly you wanted to play for Arkansas growing up. Did that make it easier as you started to deal with things like the media and all of a sudden you were in the spotlight? You felt the love, I think, from the state. And I just wonder if that helped you along in the process.
Oh, yeah, it opened me up to the point that, me going out there playing football and doing the things that I did, it wasn't just impacting me, that, like, I really had an impact on people. I started to understand that, not even just kids, even older children, older adults and grown people and stuff at the time. And so I think my appreciation for them is being able to talk to the media and, just let them know what's going on and, just getting them to know me other than Darren McFadden, the football player. And so it's just their way into, just a little bit of, well, I guess with social media nowadays it's a lot easier. But, that's just my way of being able to talk to them and being able to, fill them in on what's going on and, let them know how much I appreciate them for the support over the years.
Darren McFadden's our guest, the GOAT, Arkansas football. What memories we have. I mean, just watching you play and just hearing the highlights and seeing them. Now that you've maybe had some time to reflect over the years, what was it like for you, man, with the ball in your hand, when you're getting the direct snap, when you're running the Wildcat, when you're going for 80? I mean, walk us through what's going on with you.
Like you said, it took me some time to actually reflect back on that, and I think I've only honestly really just reflected back on that in the last 3 to 4 or 5 years, man. Because going through it, for me, like I said, I was just out there playing football. That's what I did. I played football. I always tell people I was one of those guys. I never got too high, I never got too low when it came to playing football. I had fun out there playing football. So I didn't think about a lot of things I was doing at the time. I was just living in that moment for it. Looking back on it, I'm like, man, you really accomplished some hell of a things playing football, just throughout life, period. It's just an amazing feeling, just being able to reflect back on it and think about it, and think about all the people that I've impacted over the years and, all the people that have impacted me. Football has built some relationships that I have with people that, without football, we probably would have never crossed paths. And, we've been friends 20-plus years now. And so it's just an amazing thing what's going on. And, like I said, it's just one of those things you're very thankful for.
We were talking a little bit earlier this morning, Darren, and we're going to go into the waybacks when you were in high school. We were talking about how, hey, there were those that said Darren was a better safety than running back. Was there ever any chance you would be anything other than a ball carrier when you got to college?
So, first off, I love playing safety now. I love playing safety. And I know. Think the thing that really pushed me to wanting to play running back is for the fact that people were saying that I should play safety so much. So that was one of the things that, like, man, I'm going to make this point and let people know that I can run this ball. And so getting to Arkansas, of course, having Danny Nutt recruit me, he knew all about me. Bobby Allen was our safety coach at the time, so he knew about me as well. And so from the way Danny Nutt explained to me, so basically they just had a conversation like, all right, let's try him at running back. If you don't work out at running back, then we can still move him to safety. And so I was tried at running back, and I found a good home.
Never moved.
That's the understatement.
I definitely love
forever.
Playing safety, man.
What an
I
understatement.
always tell people I think that was two of the best decisions I made in my life playing football. I would say my first one, moving from quarterback in high school to running back. I tell people, me and my high school coach, John Mays, we were talking about some footsteps on a play. And then, I was like, yeah, okay, I think I can do this, but I feel more comfortable doing it this way. Then he's like, how about you just go play running back? And I was like, all right, I'll just go play running back. And, I think that was one of the better decisions I made in my life as well, right there.
Darren, when you got emotional yesterday, I don't know if you can share this with us, but I just love to hear, like what about that, kind of got in your heart?
Man, I think it just being at a point in my life where I do sit down and be able to reflect and, think about stuff, man. I feel like I just done so much at Arkansas, and, I don't expect anything from it, man. And, it just caught me by surprise, really. I like I said, I didn't expect anything. I was sitting there talking with the guys, and then when I seen Coach Pittman and Hunter pop on, it was like, if you see the film, my face just kind of went blank because I was like, what they got going on? And so to hear that right there, man, it was a great feeling, and I was just very thankful for it. And like I said, a lot of people say, oh, the number should be retired and whatever, which I can't say that it's not a number that's worthy of being retired because it's very much well lived. But I tell people it's a way for me to my name to be able to live on, because you're not gonna see number 5 on a jersey and not think about Darren McFadden, and then having a patch on there as well. Now that's something right there. It's gonna you know, it's a conversation piece for people, and you know, I feel like that's the way to keep my name living on. When anytime you see number 5 out there on that field.
Man, that's really cool. You know, we mentioned this earlier, and we all know your football career and have seen it. And like so many of us, you've gone through personal struggles in your life, and you may have made as much or more of an impact here in the last few years with some decisions that you've made and the impact you've had on other people with that. I mean, what has that meant to you as a grown-up now? And to have the life you have now, I'd just love to give you the opportunity to share a little bit about that.
You know, I just tell people, man, you know, they put a smile on my face because I think that's another part of it, too, with me getting emotional because I'm at a point right now that, like I say, I can reflect on things. I can think of things clearly, man. I tell people I've had tons of accolades and awards over the years, but me being able to give up drinking is probably one of my biggest accomplishments, man. It was one of those things. I didn't think I was an alcoholic, but you know, it definitely had a hold on my life, and it controlled me more so than not. And so, being able to give up drinking, man, I've been sober 2 years now, and it's just an amazing feeling. And like I said, I think that's part of me being able just to have a clear mindset, and you know, not just living in the moment and actually reflect on things and think about things more. And so that's something that just being able to open my mind up, man. One of the best decisions I've made in my life. 5/18/23 was my last drink of liquor, man, and you know, just still been standing strong, attending AA meetings, and you know, just trying to be the best person that I can be for my family. And then just having an award like that being presented to me at that time, man, it just let me know that I'm doing the right thing in life right now, man. So I'm in a very happy place in my life, and you know, I can be a little more soft, man. I got little girls at home now, and so that softens me up a little bit, man. But I'm thankful to be able to be sober for them and be present in their lives, man. And so it's just a blessing for me.
Hey, congratulations.
Yeah. Darren,
appreciate it, brother.
That's awesome.
We play the highlights, and there are so many favorite moments. I mean, Razorback fans can tell Darren McFadden stories until past bedtime. What do you remember? What stands out? What do you remember when you think about that time?
You know, I can think of a few specific games from each year that pretty much they gave me confidence to know that I can do what that I had the ability to go out there and run the ball in that league. You know, like I said, I still never thought about setting all the records and being the greatest of all time in there. But my freshman year, we played USC and we were beat 70-17. And so out of all the negatives from that game, the one positive thing that I did take away, I had 12 carries for 88 yards that game. And so that was a big positive for me, and it wasn't just like their subs all the way at the end of the game type of deal. So I felt pretty good about that. And then that just let me know that, okay, you can run the ball in this league, man. It just, you know, it was a bad loss for us, but you can run the ball. And then I would come back into, I'll say my sophomore year probably, when I came back from my toe injury, and I forget the name of this team. It was a smaller school we was playing. I think they were blue and white. And
Utah State, I think.
Utah State. Utah State. And I kind of got tripped up and I stumbled out of it. And I recovered and was able to score a 70-yard run or whatever. And I was like, okay, I had confidence that I can play in the league. And I was like, I know I can. And coming back off that injury, I'm like, okay, I can do this. And then coming around to my junior year, man, I think I was just more focused on going out there, bringing the team along with me. And because my sophomore year, man, I tell people, we had a team that I feel like we could have won a national championship that year right there. Everybody talk about me, Peyton, and Felix in that backfield, but, you know, we had a defense that was, man, it was like no other over there. Those guys would fly around and put hats on people, man. And like I say, my junior year is just going out there grinding, bringing the team along, and you know, you try to get momentum going. And I felt like the team that we had that, you know, we just go out there and play our ball, man, and just try to bring the guys along. And you know, I just felt like that was my thing to do, because at the end of the day, I knew that I was gone, but at the same time, I still was focused on my team. And so, play out the way things went, had things go left for us, but, I felt like he had a pretty good season and was able to get some things going, man. We still made a bowl game. Definitely didn't go how we wanted it to there, but it was fun for us.
Well, man,
it was an honor to watch you play,
all those
man.
memories.
It really was.
Really was. And it's an honor to talk to you now. And, hey, man, congratulations. Proud of you. You make Arkansas proud.
I appreciate you guys, man. I thank you guys for having me on, man.
Anytime, brother. We'll talk soon, man. Thanks for making time for us, and congratulations on another honor. It's well-deserved.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
You too, man. Darren McFadden, the GOAT, with us on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Do you think Kim Mulkey could operate a jackhammer?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
Summer storms and heavy rains can sneak up fast, so make sure your gutters are ready to handle it all. Hog Trough Gutters, locally owned and operated with 30 years of experience, installs seamless gutters made on site to protect your home. They're fully licensed and insured. Every job is hydro-tested, and each one comes with a 20-year warranty. Proudly serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. And if you're outside those areas, just give them a call or a text. Schedule your free inspection today at hoggutters.com.
So I spent yesterday, you mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
When Chuck and I started the show, he said we want to deal with smart people, smarter than us. It's going to take a while for them to show up because they've been dumbed down, but they'll show up.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oh, that was refreshing.
He was really good, wasn't he?
That was just great. How could you not just be so happy for him, so proud for him, love where he is in his life. Obviously, the career is second to none, and this honor is great. I love how he sees it, and it's a totally different way I think about a retired jersey. A retired jersey's gone. It's up in the rafters. It's done. Another way to look at it is it's still out there, and every time you see it, you think of him, and that's what he said.
Well, Brandon Marcello said this a little bit earlier, and I'm sure this is the intention behind the patch, is that
when a father and a son, or one generation and another generation, are watching the game, and the generation that doesn't remember when he played, so what's that patch all about? And Dad says, well, let me tell you about Darren McFadden. And that's the perpetuity part right there. I mean, that's what makes you live forever.
Pretty cool. Before we get out of here today, July 30th, today's Wednesday, it is Bill Cartwright's birthday. He's 69. I'd like to tip my cap to the worst free throw form we've ever seen in the history of basketball. To Bill Cartwright.
I met him like 3 or 4 years ago. He's a scout now. They're all scouts. That's how they.
I don't know how some of these guys fly around on planes.
I don't either. Bill Cartwright's a big man.
Yeah, he's a tall man.
Well, and I'm going to tell you what I noticed when I met Bill Cartwright was that takes a toll on your body, man.
Yeah,
he was a big man who could barely walk. I mean, he could barely walk. And how old is he today?
69.
Okay. This was probably 5 years ago. He couldn't walk then. I felt bad for him. I really did.
It's tough, man. Sometimes it's good to be 5'6", Chuck. Lawrence Fishburne is 64. It's National Cheesecake Day.
That sounds
National Father-in-Law Day. And, of course, the big one, National Climb a Mountain Today. What's your mountain today? Go climb it.
Why deal with the stress of commercial travel when you can fly on your schedule with Jet Aircraft? No TSA lines, no baggage claim, no waiting around. Just you and your crew flying in comfort and style. Whether it's a weekend getaway, a